Have you ever wondered why some people seem to carry an air of wisdom and strength without saying much? In a world consumed by noise and oversharing, silence has become a rare treasure, and for God's chosen ones, it's a vital shield. Proverbs 21:23 teaches us, "Whoever keeps his mouth and his tongue keeps himself out of trouble." This wisdom isn't just about avoiding mistakes, it's about safeguarding your divine mission. If you are one of God's chosen, you've been entrusted with a purpose far greater than yourself. But with that purpose comes an important responsibility to protect the sacred. Some truths, no matter how compelling, are not meant to be shared. Silence preserves the sanctity of what God has revealed to you, shielding it from misunderstanding, envy, and spiritual attacks. Think of the story of Joseph. His dreams of greatness, when shared prematurely, stirred envy among his brothers, leading to betrayal and suffering. Yet through it all, God's purpose prevailed. This biblical example reminds us of the power and necessity of discretion. In this video, we'll uncover 7 vital secrets that God's chosen ones must guard with care. These are not just arbitrary rules, they are divine strategies to ensure your mission thrives and your spiritual journey remains aligned with God's will. Are you ready to discover the sacred power of silence and how it can protect your destiny? Stay with me to the end, and together we'll explore how these secrets will strengthen your faith and secure your path. The Lord will fight for you. You need only to be still. Exodus 14:14. Let's embark on this journey of wisdom, faith, and divine discretion. 1. Guarding your dreams and aspirations. Dreams are powerful gifts from God. They're often the first seeds planted in your heart, pointing you toward the divine purpose for your life. But just like any seed, dreams need time to grow in protected soil. Sharing them prematurely can expose them to envy, criticism, and even spiritual sabotage. Consider the story of Joseph in Genesis 37:5-11. God gave him dreams of greatness, visions of his family bowing before him, a symbol of his future leadership. But when Joseph shared these dreams with his brothers, it provoked jealousy and anger. Their resentment led to his betrayal, sold into slavery by those closest to him. While Joseph's story ultimately fulfilled God's plan, his early revelations brought unnecessary hardship. This tale is a cautionary reminder. Not everyone around you is ready to hear your dreams. Proverbs 29:11 teaches, "A fool gives full vent to his spirit, but a wise man quietly holds it back." Wisdom lies in knowing when to speak and when to stay silent. By keeping your dreams private, you protect them during their most vulnerable stages. Dreams are like fragile seedlings. They need time to develop roots before they can withstand the storms of doubt and opposition. When God places a vision in your heart, nurture it with prayer and discernment. Trust His timing. Not every dream is meant to be announced immediately. Sharing too soon might invite negativity, causing you to second-guess the very purpose God entrusted to you. Instead, seek divine guidance on who, when, and how to share. Mary, the mother of Jesus, exemplified this wisdom. When the angel revealed her miraculous role, she pondered these things in her heart. Luke 2:19. She didn't rush to tell the world. She nurtured the vision privately until the time was right. This quiet trust in God allowed her to fulfill her mission without interference. Practical steps can help protect your dreams. Surround yourself with a small circle of trusted confidants, spiritual mentors, or friends who genuinely support your growth. Share only with those who will pray with you and for you, offering encouragement rather than skepticism. Resist the urge to seek validation from the masses or to announce your aspirations on social media. Public approval is fleeting, but God's plan is eternal. It's also crucial to remember that silence doesn't mean passivity. While you guard your dreams, work diligently behind the scenes to bring them to life. Proverbs 16:3 reminds us, "Commit your work to the Lord, and your plans will be established." Surrender your ambitions to God's will, allowing Him to shape and guide them. By safeguarding your dreams and aspirations, you create a safe space for them to flourish. When the time comes to reveal what God has planted in your heart, it will be strong, mature, and ready to withstand the challenges ahead. In the silence, God works miracles, transforming your vision into reality. 2. Protecting family matters. Family is one of God's greatest blessings, a sacred bond meant to provide love, support, and strength. Yet family life is not without its challenges. Disagreements, struggles, and personal issues are inevitable. As God's chosen ones, it's crucial to handle these matters with wisdom and discretion. Oversharing family conflicts can expose your loved ones to unnecessary judgment and damage the trust within your household. The Bible reminds us in 1 Peter 4:8, above all, love each other deeply, because love covers over a multitude of sins. Love calls us to protect one another, not to broadcast each other's faults. Whether it's marital challenges, financial struggles, or misunderstandings with children, these issues should be handled privately. Making them public, whether in casual conversations on social media or in moments of frustration, invites criticism and can create lasting wounds. Consider Mary and Joseph when faced with an unthinkable challenge, Mary's miraculous pregnancy. Joseph initially planned to end their engagement quietly, but an angel guided him to understand God's purpose, Matthew 1:18-25. They resolved their family matter privately, shielding it from public scrutiny. By keeping their focus on God and each other, they fulfilled their divine roles without the interference of gossip or judgment. Practical wisdom also warns us against trusting everyone with our family struggles. Not all advice comes from a place of love. Proverbs 17:9 advises, whoever would foster love covers over an offense, but whoever repeats the matter separates close friends. Sharing sensitive issues with the wrong person can escalate conflict instead of resolving it. Instead, seek help only from those who are spiritually mature and can offer biblically grounded guidance. A trusted pastor, counselor, or mentor can help you navigate challenges while keeping your family's dignity intact. Above all, bring your struggles to God in prayer. He is the ultimate healer and source of wisdom for resolving conflicts. Protecting your family matters also means setting boundaries. Avoid airing grievances publicly, especially on social media, where messages can be misinterpreted or used against you. Instead, foster open communication within your family. Build an environment where issues can be discussed honestly and respectfully, creating a foundation of trust and unity. By safeguarding family matters, you honor the sacredness of your household. Your family becomes a sanctuary of love and healing, shielded from the destructive forces of judgment and gossip. In doing so, you set an example for others, showing the power of grace, forgiveness, and discretion in preserving the bonds God has entrusted to you. 3. Safeguarding early successes and breakthroughs. Early successes and breakthroughs are blessings from God, but they are also delicate. Sharing them prematurely can attract envy, spiritual attacks, or undue pressure, jeopardizing the very growth God has initiated in your life. It is wise to celebrate your victories privately until they are fully established. Proverbs 27:2 advises, let another praise you and not your own mouth, a stranger and not your own lips. This verse teaches the importance of humility and patience in handling early accomplishments. Instead of rushing to announce your progress, trust God's timing to reveal your success at the right moment. The story of David offers a profound example. Before becoming king, David was anointed by Samuel in private, 1 Samuel 16. He didn't boast about his future role. Instead, he faithfully tended sheep and served King Saul. Even after defeating Goliath, David remained humble and focused on preparation. By keeping his breakthrough quiet, David avoided unnecessary conflict and allowed God to guide his journey step by step. When you share early victories prematurely, you risk drawing unwanted attention. Spiritual attacks, jealousy, and unnecessary competition can arise, potentially derailing your progress. For instance, young entrepreneurs often make the mistake of broadcasting initial business wins before their ventures are stable. This can invite scrutiny and pressure that their foundation cannot yet withstand. To safeguard your breakthroughs, focus on building a strong and stable base. Quietly work behind the scenes, allowing your efforts to speak for themselves. Proverbs 16:3 reminds us, commit your work to the Lord and your plans will be established. Trust God to bring your efforts to fruition in His perfect timing. It's also essential to surround yourself with people who genuinely support your growth. Share your milestones only with trusted confidants who will celebrate with you without envy. Their prayers and encouragement can help fortify your progress. Remember that discretion isn't about hiding your light, but about ensuring it shines at the right time and place. As Jesus taught in Matthew 5 verse 16, let your light shine before others, that they may see your good deeds and glorify your Father in heaven. When your accomplishments are ready to be revealed, they will reflect God's glory and inspire others. By safeguarding your early successes, you protect them from harm and allow them to mature into lasting blessings. Trust in God's plan, and when the time is right, your breakthroughs will be undeniable, standing as a testament to His faithfulness and grace. 4. Financial and professional discretion. In a world where material success is often flaunted, maintaining financial and professional discretion is a mark of wisdom. Boasting about your wealth, earnings, or career achievements may invite envy, manipulation, or even spiritual attacks. As one of God's chosen ones, guarding these aspects of your life ensures protection and keeps your focus on what truly matters. Proverbs 13 verse 11 warns, wealth gained hastily will dwindle, but whoever gathers little by little will increase it. This verse highlights the importance of steady, humble growth over flashy displays. Publicizing your financial gains or professional milestones can attract attention from those with ill intentions or those who may attempt to derail your success. Consider the story of King Hezekiah in 2 Kings 20 verse 12 to 19. When envoys from Babylon visited, Hezekiah proudly showed them all his treasures and wealth. This act of indiscretion led to God's judgment, as Isaiah prophesied that all the treasures would eventually be carried off to Babylon. This story serves as a powerful reminder to handle blessings with humility and discretion. Instead of seeking validation through material displays, focus on stewardship and gratitude. Your financial resources and career advancements are tools to fulfill God's purpose in your life, not trophies to showcase. Colossians 3 verse 23 reminds us, whatever you do, work heartily, as for the Lord and not for men. By dedicating your efforts to God, you free yourself from the need for human applause. Practical steps to maintain discretion include keeping financial details private, even from extended family or acquaintances. Avoid publicizing purchases, promotions, or investments on social media, as these can invite envy or unrealistic expectations. Seek advice and counsel only from trusted mentors who align with your values and respect confidentiality. Additionally, remember that true success is defined by spiritual growth and faithfulness to God's calling, not by worldly standards. Matthew 6 verse 19 to 21 teaches, do not store up for yourselves treasures on earth, but store up for yourselves treasures in heaven. Align your priorities with God's eternal purpose, using your resources and skills to glorify Him and serve others. By practicing financial and professional discretion, you protect your blessings, focus on God's purpose, and cultivate an environment of peace and gratitude. Trust that God's provision is sufficient, and let your success speak through its quiet impact rather than loud declarations. In doing so, you honor Him and strengthen your spiritual journey. 5. Preserving spiritual encounters. Spiritual encounters, dreams, visions, divine revelations, or angelic visitations are profound gifts from God. These moments are deeply personal and often carry messages designed specifically for your journey. While they can inspire and strengthen faith, they also require careful discretion. Sharing such experiences prematurely or indiscriminately can invite skepticism, misunderstanding, or even spiritual attacks. The Bible reminds us in Matthew 7 verse 6, do not give dogs what is holy, and do not throw your pearls before pigs, lest they trample them underfoot and turn to attack you. This verse underscores the importance of safeguarding sacred revelations. Not everyone is prepared to understand the depth or significance of what God has revealed to you. Exposing these moments to the wrong audience can diminish their sanctity and open the door to ridicule or exploitation. Consider Mary, the mother of Jesus. After the angel Gabriel announced her divine role, she didn't run to tell everyone. Instead, Mary treasured up all these things and pondered them in her heart. Luke 2:19. Her quiet reflection allowed her to fully embrace God's plan without interference or doubt from others. Another example is Paul's account in 2 Corinthians 12 verse 4. He speaks of being caught up into paradise and hearing inexpressible things that no one is permitted to tell. Paul understood that some divine encounters are meant to remain private, not for public consumption or personal glorification. When God entrusts you with spiritual experiences, ask Him for discernment about when, how, and with whom to share. Some moments are meant to inspire others, while others are meant to strengthen your faith and guide your steps. Sharing without divine guidance can trivialize these encounters, reducing their impact and misaligning their purpose. Practical steps to preserve the sanctity of spiritual encounters include journaling them privately, meditating on their meaning, and seeking confirmation through prayer. If you feel led to share, do so with trusted spiritual mentors who can provide wisdom and support without judgment. Avoid the temptation to use these experiences for personal recognition or to satisfy others' curiosity. By preserving your spiritual encounters, you honor their divine purpose and protect the intimate relationship they foster with God. These moments are treasures meant to guide and transform you. When handled with reverence and discretion, they remain a source of strength and clarity, anchoring you in your faith and keeping you aligned with God's will. Let them shine quietly in your life, reflecting His glory in due time. 6. Managing personal weaknesses and struggles. Every chosen one faces personal weaknesses and struggles, areas of vulnerability that can test their faith and resilience. While it is natural to seek comfort and support, it is vital to exercise discernment in revealing these challenges. Sharing struggles with the wrong people can lead to exploitation, criticism, or misjudgment, potentially hindering your spiritual growth and progress. The Bible reminds us in 2 Corinthians 12, verse 9 to 10, "But He said to me, My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness. Therefore, I will boast all the more gladly about my weaknesses, so that Christ's power may rest on me." This passage highlights that our weaknesses are not failures, but opportunities for God's strength to be revealed in our lives. However, these moments of vulnerability require careful handling. One of the greatest dangers in exposing personal struggles is inviting judgment or attack. Like a warrior who guards their weakest points in battle, you must protect areas of fragility in your life. Sharing your struggles too openly, especially in public or with untrustworthy individuals, can give others the tools to exploit your vulnerabilities. Proverbs 13 verse 3 warns, "Whoever guards his mouth preserves his life. He who opens wide his lips comes to ruin." Instead, bring your challenges to God in prayer, trusting Him as your ultimate counselor and guide. Seek His wisdom for navigating difficulties and rely on His promises for strength and restoration. Surround yourself with a small circle of trusted confidants, individuals who are spiritually mature, compassionate, and able to provide biblically sound support. These confidants can help you process your struggles without fear of judgment or gossip. Managing personal struggles privately doesn't mean bottling up emotions or avoiding help. It means choosing wisely whom to trust and how much to share. Vulnerability is a gift that should only be entrusted to those who will honor it with care. James 5:16 encourages, "Confess your sins to one another and pray for one another, that you may be healed." The key is discerning the right people and moments for such openness. Finally, view your struggles as opportunities for growth and transformation. Like a refining fire, they burn away impurities and draw you closer to God. By managing your weaknesses with wisdom and discretion, you allow God to work in your life, turning your vulnerabilities into testimonies of His grace and power. Trust Him to use your struggles for His glory, knowing that in your weakest moments, He is your greatest strength. 7. Keeping divine assignments confidential. As one of God's chosen, you have been entrusted with a divine assignment, an extraordinary mission designed to fulfill His purpose through your life. This calling, while exciting and sacred, requires careful stewardship. Sharing details about your assignment prematurely or indiscriminately can disrupt God's timing and invite unnecessary opposition. The Bible offers a powerful example in Mary, the mother of Jesus. When the angel Gabriel revealed her divine role, she didn't rush to share her calling with everyone. Instead, Mary treasured up all these things and pondered them in her heart. Luke 2:19. Her quiet obedience allowed her to prepare for her mission without the interference of doubt, gossip, or external pressure. Your divine assignment is no different. It is a sacred trust between you and God, requiring discernment and wisdom. Sharing it too soon can expose it to criticism, envy, or even spiritual attacks that may derail your focus. Ecclesiastes 3:7 reminds us, there is a time to be silent and a time to speak. Knowing when to speak about your calling is essential for its fulfillment. Another example is Nehemiah. When he received the vision to rebuild Jerusalem's walls, he kept it to himself initially. Nehemiah 2:12 says, I had not told anyone what my God had put in my heart to do for Jerusalem. By keeping his mission private, Nehemiah was able to plan effectively and act at the right moment, ensuring the success of his divine assignment. Practical wisdom can guide you in protecting your assignment. Avoid broadcasting your mission on public platforms or discussing it casually, especially with individuals who may not understand or support it. Instead, nurture your calling through prayer, seeking clarity and guidance from God. Share your vision only with trusted spiritual mentors or allies who can provide encouragement and prayerful support. Maintaining confidentiality about your divine assignment also reflects humility and trust in God's plan. You demonstrate that your focus is not on human approval but on obeying His will. Matthew 6:1 advises, beware of practicing your righteousness before other people in order to be seen by them, for then you will have no reward from your Father who is in heaven. By keeping your calling between you and God, you ensure that your actions remain aligned with His purpose. When the time comes to fulfill your mission, God will reveal it in a way that glorifies Him and blesses others. Until then, trust in His timing and His wisdom. Protecting your divine assignment allows it to flourish under His guidance, ensuring that His plans for your life unfold perfectly and powerfully. The power of silence and discretion. As we reach the end of this journey, let's reflect on the profound power of silence and discretion in fulfilling God's divine plan for your life. Each of the 7 secrets we've explored, your dreams, family matters, early successes, financial discretion, spiritual encounters, personal struggles, and divine assignments, are sacred treasures meant to be guarded with care. Proverbs 21:23 reminds us, whoever keeps his mouth and his tongue keeps himself out of trouble. This wisdom speaks to the importance of restraint, not as a sign of fear, but as an act of strength and trust in God. Silence is not passivity, it is a shield, a tool of discernment, and a way of aligning yourself with God's timing and purpose. In a world that often values oversharing and public validation, discretion sets you apart. It keeps your heart and purpose secure, allowing God to work through you without unnecessary interference. Remember, your mission is not for everyone to understand, nor is it meant to seek applause from the world. It is a sacred trust between you and the Creator, one that requires humility, faith, and wisdom. Think of Moses, David, Mary, and Nehemiah, great figures who fulfilled their divine assignments not through loud declarations, but through quiet obedience and reliance on God's guidance. Their stories remind us that the most impactful journeys are often cultivated in the silence of preparation, prayer, and trust. As you move forward, I encourage you to embrace the power of discretion in your life. Guard your treasures, align your steps with God's will, and trust Him to reveal your purpose at the perfect time. Exodus 10:14 promises, the Lord will fight for you, you need only to be still. In your stillness, God's strength is made perfect, His plans unfold, and His glory is revealed. Thank you for joining me in exploring these timeless truths. If this message has resonated with you, please like this video, share it with others, and subscribe to stay connected with more insights that strengthen your faith. Let's continue to grow together in wisdom, grace, and the assurance of God's promises. May the Lord bless you and guide you as you walk in His purpose. Remember, silence is not weakness. It is the mark of wisdom, strength, and unwavering trust in the one who holds your future. Stay strong, stay faithful, and let His light shine through you in all that you do.